Every Friday night, one passenger boarded bus 47, but never returned home. For almost 8 years, nobody noticed the terrifying pattern hidden in plain sight. Families believed their loved ones had simply disappeared without leaving any trace behind. Police treated every case as separate, never realizing they were all connected. Everything changed when Detective Arthur Vance reopened every forgotten case. One simple question led him toward a mystery nobody expected. What if every victim had traveled together without ever meeting each other? That impossible theory pointed to one forgotten city route. Bus 47 operated only once every Friday at exactly 11:55 at night. Most people avoided it because strange rumors surrounded the route. Some claimed the driver never spoke to anyone during the journey. Others insisted one passenger always disappeared before the final stop. Police dismissed every story as nothing more than frightened imagination, until Arthur Vance discovered the first undeniable connection. Every missing person had purchased the exact same bus ticket. Each ticket carried the same faded serial number. That should have been impossible according to the transit company. Someone had been printing identical tickets for years without being discovered. Arthur realized the disappearances were planned long before anyone boarded the bus. The next Friday, he made a dangerous decision that could end everything. Arthur waited alone beneath the flickering streetlight, gripping the mysterious Bus 47 ticket tightly. The doors opened slowly, but the driver never looked toward Arthur or spoke a single word. Arthur stepped aboard, secretly activating the tiny recording device hidden beneath his jacket. Inside, only 6 passengers sat quietly, avoiding eye contact as complete silence filled the bus. Each passenger held an identical ticket with the same faded serial number Arthur had discovered. Arthur carefully counted every face, determined not to overlook even the smallest suspicious detail. Then an elderly woman whispered, "Never stay until the final stop." Before Arthur could ask another question, she immediately looked away and remained completely silent. The bus continued through unfamiliar streets Arthur had never seen anywhere on the city's official maps. His GPS suddenly lost signal, leaving only a blank screen and endless static. Even his phone stopped working, despite showing a full battery only moments earlier. Arthur quietly messaged his backup team, but the message refused to send. Outside the windows, familiar buildings slowly disappeared, replaced by abandoned factories and empty warehouses. One passenger suddenly pressed the stop button, but the driver ignored the request completely. The frightened passenger stood up, but the bus doors never opened at the next stop. Arthur realized the route no longer matched the official schedule he had memorized. Something was controlling Bus 47, and it wasn't the quiet driver sitting behind the wheel. Ahead, Arthur noticed an abandoned tunnel that wasn't listed on any city transportation records. As the bus disappeared inside the tunnel, Arthur knew there was no turning back now. The tunnel swallowed the bus, leaving nothing but darkness beyond the windows. For nearly a minute, no passenger moved or spoke a single word. Suddenly, the bus emerged into an abandoned industrial district Arthur had never seen before. The buildings looked abandoned, yet several windows glowed with fresh lights inside. Arthur quietly memorized every landmark, preparing for whatever happened next. Without warning, the bus stopped beside a forgotten warehouse surrounded by high fences. The doors opened, and one frightened passenger was ordered to step outside. Arthur watched carefully, refusing to lose sight of the terrified stranger. Moments later, 2 masked figures appeared from the darkness and surrounded the passenger. Arthur secretly activated a miniature camera hidden inside his wristwatch. The tiny camera captured everything before the bus suddenly pulled away. His recording proved every disappearance had been carefully organized from the beginning. Arthur needed proof, but rescuing the passenger became far more important. At the next sharp turn, Arthur quietly forced open the emergency exit. He jumped from the moving bus and disappeared into the darkness without being noticed. Keeping low, He followed fresh footprints leading straight toward the fenced warehouse. Through a broken window, he finally uncovered the truth behind Bus 47. Inside, several missing passengers were alive, locked inside heavily guarded rooms. Arthur immediately called for backup, praying the signal would finally reach his team. Then a hand grabbed Arthur's shoulder from behind, ending the call instantly. Arthur spun around instantly, ready to fight whoever had grabbed his shoulder from behind. Relief replaced fear. It was Officer Mason, who had secretly followed Arthur's location. Arthur quickly showed Mason the hidden rooms filled with terrified, missing passengers. Within minutes, Arthur's backup team silently surrounded the entire warehouse from every direction. Arthur waited patiently, refusing to risk the captives by rushing inside too early. Then the warehouse doors slowly opened, and a masked leader stepped into the cold night. Arthur immediately recognized the voice from an unsolved kidnapping recorded nearly 10 years earlier. The mastermind had been hiding behind different crimes for years without anyone connecting the evidence. Arthur quietly gave the signal, and officers moved toward every entrance at once. The suspects panicked as police lights suddenly flooded the abandoned industrial yard. Several kidnappers surrendered immediately, but the masked leader escaped through a hidden tunnel. Arthur chased him alone, refusing to let 8 years of suffering end without justice. The tunnel led directly beneath the abandoned Bus 47 terminal. The mastermind reached an old control room filled with transit maps and surveillance screens. Every disappearance had been planned from this forgotten room beneath the city. The criminal tried destroying every file before Arthur forced his way inside. After a fierce struggle, Arthur finally removed the man's black mask. The face shocked everyone. He was a retired transit supervisor reported missing years earlier. He confessed that Bus 47 became the perfect trap because nobody questioned forgotten routes. The missing passengers were rescued safely, ending years of fear across the city. Bus 47 was permanently removed from service before another life could disappear. Arthur officially closed the investigation after solving the city's most mysterious disappearance case. But one strange detail continued haunting Arthur long after the arrests were made. The original driver of Bus 47 had vanished years before the crimes ever started. His body was never found, and his fate remains one unanswered mystery. Sometimes solving one mystery only reveals another waiting quietly in the shadows. Perhaps the greatest mystery wasn't Bus 47, but who drove its very first ride.